Hi Pisces, this is your December 2025 reading. I'm Mystica Venice and welcome to my channel. So I'm shooting this on the night of the full moon. I went outside right as it was like coming up, and it was just so beautiful here. It was like the sky in the background was like a light lavender with like a wispy hazy clouds, and then the moon was so orange. And yeah, so hope you're enjoying that. This is a Gemini full moon, and we're in Sagittarius season, and we're headed towards the winter solstice. So this time of year is a time of year for reflection, where we take a look at what's really going well in our life and what things we need to make changes in to, maximize our output or our effort, our reward for our effort. Make sure everything, like, we're really making the most of it and not just like spinning our wheels. So yeah, and it could be like a really great time to release all these things that you don't need anymore. So it's a great time to like look at that. Tonight would be a great time to like release something and also make a wish. And you can even just visualize it, or you can write it down, like visualize what you want your life to look at like a year from now. Um, or even a few months from now. Like, just write it down or say it out loud, speak it to the moon, or however you process your emotions. But it's a really good time to do that tonight. So I hope you're having a great night, and let's get started. I'm going to clear the energy. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here to give Pisces divine messages for their highest good for December 2025. We welcome you here and thank you for being here. Also, please protect this space from any negative energies, and this is a safe space. Thank you so much. Okay, so I like to start by pulling a couple of oracle cards. I want to use this Water Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. And what are the themes that are coming up for Pisces this December 2025? What themes are coming up for Pisces? Oh, that definitely popped out. Cleansing. Releasing the old, energetic tune-up, and new beginnings. So this is really exactly in line what we were just talking about. This is a time to like take this opportunity to sit in reflection, have time to really process your thoughts and understand what it is you're thinking and your motivations and what you want out of life, and then cleanse out what is not necessary to go towards that goal. Like, maybe you have like extra too many responsibilities, or maybe you have something, you saw yourself in a certain way, and you have a lot of like a hobby, or something like that, where you were doing a lot of that and you have a lot of it, and you want to declutter that. And maybe you even take the groups off of your social media, so you're not looking at it, to like make room for other things. And that's just like a small like a microcosm. This could be really, really big energetic releases of actual like change in perspective and shifts in the way you feel and the things you value, and how you spend your time. So the other card you got is Let It Rain, allowing what is inevitability and trust. So yeah, so when you're cleansing, you're making room for these new things to come in, and this is like, like kind of stripping you to the essence of like who you really are, like at your core. And like these old versions of you just don't really have any place where you're going here in the future, and it's okay to let them go. Perhaps you're processing like old hurt and pain that you're releasing, or maybe you've processed some generational curses that no longer serve you. You no longer identify with that part of you anymore. Gentle force, consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. So yeah, but know like that these changes don't come overnight, but just like starting to cleanse and release is like making way. As you remove these things you don't need, now you have space to let in new things to spend your time doing and thinking about and going towards. You have beneath the surface, what's really driving you, true motives, breaking free. So yeah, it's like you really want to figure out what it is that is driving you, your motives. Like what is it that you really yearn to do, and by seeing your motives, like maybe that changes the way also that you react to certain things in your life as well. And it may be when you figure out your true motives that also helps you in releasing a lot of these things, because maybe the like motive doesn't serve you anymore too. And then you have the pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and open heart. So yeah, and this is like, making way for you to be like in a more happy place in your life, and to like have more joy, and also just like you'll be having some celebrations at the end of the month, and we'll be like, having joy, we'll be having fun, parties, and seeing people, and spending time with family. And I see too, like perhaps people will, like be really proud. Will be noticing that all the progress you've made on your inner work, and are happy for you and see like that this is really good for you. So there's going to be a lot of celebrating. Perhaps you have people with like birthdays in this month, but obviously there's holidays for us Westerners here. And I'm going to start with the tarot now. So let me get to shuffling these and see what we have in store for you. I feel like everybody's going through a lot, because with the snake, this being the year of the snake, and the shedding and the releasing of old mindsets and versions of ourselves, it's literally like a 9-year, and we're going into a 1-year. So there's a lot of closure and endings, and like it may not happen all at the same time for everybody. Like we're all at the different parts of the spectrum, and some people it could just be like starting, and other people it may be like in the action phase, and other people may be like processing after the action phase of these changes. So we're all in like different places, and Pisces, you are all in different places in this process. But I do think that by letting these old mindsets and like ways of reacting to things that no longer serve you, you're really gonna be able to like improve your life and your like relationships too. Wow, right away there's a lot going on here. You do have the Tower here. So the first card is the Fool reversed, and so the Fool is it's the beginning of a new journey, a new adventure, and like he's to take a leap of faith, but also like is cautioned to look before he leaps, to make sure that this is like a good so that he's safe, and like not just jumping off a cliff, but like to somewhere. And but it's like you have it reversed, so there is some stall on this new beginning, or there may be some hesitation about starting this new beginning. Or possibly some roadblocks, because you have the Four of Swords reversed, and it's like you're also, like you really do need the time to like rest and reflect, but maybe you don't have the time. We'll pull some clarifying cards, or maybe like there's some reason why you've been having trouble, possibly like looking within. That card in the traditional tarot is the one where he's like resting after a battle, and recuperating, so that recharging. And then you have the Tower. So like there is some unexpected news this month and some change in your life. And like, the reason we pull the tower's not a bad card. The tower reminds us that like something that we were building was not built on like a stable foundation. And so, it wasn't lasting. It couldn't last, couldn't keep going this way. And so like, just like, a small like minor thing could now topple this tower because it was already beginning to crumble, right? So then you pull the artist, and the artist is not in most of the other decks. This is like unique to this deck. It comes after, this is 23, so the last is 21 is the world. So this comes after, and the artist talks about like tapping in to like your insight, to like imagine, like what your dreams are, and like, and like being able to be like a visionary in your own life, to like recreate the blueprint of your life, or like how you see your life. Like it could also be literal in that like you have an artistic idea. But we'll get to that. Excuse me, I'm getting over a little cold. We'll get to that when I clarify, because in the end you have the 10 of Swords. So it's like, like you're over this. You're at the end of whatever this journey is, and like you're ready to change something in your life. So here, let's clarify. I think I'll clarify with the OG Rider-Waite. So why does Pisces have the Fool reversed for December 2025? Why is the Fool... Oh. Okay, so you have the 9 of Pentacles. Like you... One of the reasons you don't want to change or go on this new journey is because you're very comfortable where you are. Like you've worked hard to get where you are, and like you are now like seeing the fruits of your labor. You like have kind of like all the kind of things that you need. You're comfortable, but you also can sometimes feel a little bit isolated. Oh, that one fell on the floor. Okay, so you have the King of Cups upright and the Queen of Swords reversed. Right, so there's some sort of like duality here. The King of Cups is a person that is like emotionally mature. They're really like have it together. They're nurturing. They're benevolent. They're they love their people and their family, and but they also like are mature enough to be stern, and but this is like a family oriented person that is like the like caretaker of the family, or like maybe the one that's like financially secure one. And then with the Queen of Swords reversed, so the Queen of Wands is a person who is like really smart and witty and knowledgeable, and well versed in the ways of the world, and they are able to like see like through people's like facades very easily. Like they're a good judge of character. But when it's in the reverse, there could be like a little bit of like quibbling, quarreling, a little bit of like a sharp tongue, a cold feeling. And let's see what that dropped on the phone. Oh. Okay, so there's some sort of exchange in equity here. Like there's some sort of charity being given, and like these, sometimes this talks about the scales becoming like equal, but you could also be like receiving charity from your partner, giving charity to your partner. Like maybe it's not like an equal financial situation, or For some of you, this means that you like reciprocate to each other. It could also be that that you spend a lot of money on your children, right? Because these are like, or like something is sort of like siphoning your cash, right? And maybe that's why like you're not taking this new direction, because it would be, a significant financial investment. Anything else on this Six of Pentacles? You have, yeah, so I do feel like this is children. You have the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. One's earthy and one's air. Like, they're like, one has like, it takes after this one. Maybe they are close, right? A mother and a child. And this Page of Pentacles has like it could have like a new idea, and this could be this Fool reverse, this new adventure is. Maybe, maybe these parents are of different minds in helping this young individual with this new business venture, and do they want to extend their charity to this child? But there's also this other one. So pages can be messengers as well. So it could be like a new idea. Like, I have a new idea that I want to do, and it's a really good and reliable idea that is practical, and it will result in like making good financial decisions in the future. But it's not at the action stage. This is an idea or a message. And then the other child or young person here, or messenger, is of an air sign, and like this person spends time in contemplation, reading books, educating themselves, but this could be a drain on the finances at this time for some of you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So what about these Four of Swords? Time of rest. Knight of Swords. Things have been really busy. There's been a lot going on in December, or there is a lot going on in December. So to like make sure you have time to rest, because sometimes like tensions can be high too. And that can make it easy to like say like kind of like fiery things, and so you want to be careful of that, especially say what you mean, but also like try not to say what you don't mean, what you can't take back. Oh, it's interesting, you got the Four of Swords again. So it's like, yes, you need to rest, because things are really busy right now, and like you don't want it to like make you stressed out, like impatient. But it says like with your partner, you'll be able to handle this, yeah, you'll be able to handle this confusion and have this downtime you need with your partner. The Tower. Okay, so the Tower, you got again like this walk away card, which is the Eight of Cups in reverse. So there's something that like you're not ready to walk away from. In this card, there's like an eclipse here, and that signifies change, and the Tower also signifies change. So it's in the reverse. So there's like something that Towers are like usually something that's unexpected, something that happens, and like a lot of people have been getting the Tower this month. It just keeps coming up. Something happens, and like it causes like this pivot, this change of plans. Like you know, and so it's like you're resisting the walking away from this. Whether this be like a move, you know, maybe this idea with this like promising young child, like, is like you decide to move, you know, um, and start fresh and like build a vision of like what the new life you're gonna have, what that's gonna look like. Um, you know, what else here on this tower? What can you tell me about this tower? Spirit Tower and the Eight of Cups. Ooh. Okay. So you have the King of Wands in reverse. And the Justice. You also have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, but let me get to that. Like this might have, it could have something to do with like a legal matter with the Justice, or the scales of balance, the scales coming into balance, or something was like too much or overwhelming, like not able to be, you know, there's been a shakeup here. And like, you know, either you're going to be receiving justice or the scales are going to come into balance. But that's on the Tower and the walking away, so it's like... And then the King of Wands reverse is also like the King of Wands. You know, this could be somebody that's like helping you here. This is like, you know, like a benefactor. This is a really kind, you know... Actually, they say that the King of Wands is like the most fun king of the deck. Like, people want to be around him. He's like a nice king. He has fun. He's like lively. It's fire, action, you know, creativity. And so like this person may be like helping you out with this situation, whatever this is. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which is just saying like there's a lot of work ahead here. There's a lot of work ahead. Let me pull a couple of these other cards. So yeah, you will get some surprise news. I actually think this is probably coming closer to the solstice or Christmas time. You know, maybe somebody announces something at Christmas time. Like, I want to go to college in another city, or, you know, 1 year you're getting. Don't fight the wave. 1 year. Rise to the occasion. Don't fight the wave. 1 year. This is the calm before the storm. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why you need to rest. This is a calm before the storm, because once this thing happens, you're like on the move. You've got to go, you know. And if you're not going somewhere physically, this could be just like a change of like scenery, of like of your day-to-day things that you're doing. Like something changes there, you know. One job ends, another one starts, or, you know, I don't see this as like walking away from a relationship, because you have like this good partnership card here, and like helping you through this confusion and helping you rest during this time. And then you have passion also, right? So I'm not seeing, it's something else, you know, like maybe you've been a teacher for 30 years, and then you find out, you know, something happens at the school and you don't want to work there anymore, so you have to leave, and then you decide to like pursue your art or become a yoga instructor or something, like, you know, like think on a bigger scale, like more like life stuff. If you have an idea what this is in your life, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And if this isn't making any sense and doesn't resonate and it's not for you, I also do personal readings. These are collective messages, and so there's a lot of people here that are getting messages. Like, collective's getting bigger, so there's a lot of storylines within here, and you kind of have to like see how it fits into your situation. But it's really exciting because you get to, like, you know, like, revision what you want your life to look like the day to day, like, you know, it doesn't seem like you're going to have much choice of the matter um, when it happens. Like, there's something that's just out of your hands. They have regrets. Somebody has regrets. Taurus. They have regrets. This person could be getting into need some help. Baby steps, one foot in front of the other. Effort is paying off. Alright, so yeah, like, you know, and do you have any other signs in here? I'm sure there are. But, you know, it seems like you may have to help somebody that, you know, one of these children or young people that you're giving charity to. They may have this tower moment, or this could be something else. Like, yeah, you find out you have to move because of this walking away Eight of Cups card. So let's see what the artist is doing here, because that's pretty exciting. Tell me about the artist. What is this vision coming to life? What is this? It's the end of a time of grief, a period of grief, and like newfound clarity. And so that's going to make you be able to, like, you know, when you're not in grief, it's a lot easier to, like, re-envision your life. And this is going to be the beginning of, like, a new, like, stable future, the beginning of a new foundation. You have what it takes, Pisces. Let me see here. What else about this artist card? Anything else? Can you tell me about this artist card? What else about this? What is this vision that Pisces has of their life? What is this new vision that Pisces has of their life? What is this new vision that's coming to life? What is this artist? Working in community and being, like, emotionally fulfilled and balanced. Like, having, like, matured to, like, this Queen of Cups. With a full heart, being able to, like, give and receive with ease, and, like, live a life that's more ease, like, yeah, in control of emotions, and then being able to work well in community. So that's beautiful. And also, these readings, just FYI, they don't have to just last 1 month. Sometimes it could be 2-3 months. Everybody's situation is different. These could be coming up. I feel like this tower moment is coming up towards the end of the month. Oh, and you get a total transformation on the Ten of Swords. So whatever this is, this perspective, this, you know, like, whatever this is that is not working for you, this way of life, it's done, because you're gonna metamorphoses. You're gonna, like, be like the butterfly. The death card, I always say, is the butterfly card, and with the Ten of Swords, you're just, like, not having it anymore. Like, you have to change. You know, it's complete. Like, the cycle is finished, right? Like, you've already, like, made this change. So by, like, the new year, I feel like your life is gonna feel very different. Yeah, because now you can make plans for the future. Now you can see, like, that there is, like, a better life here in the future. Like, you see, like, that there's opportunity, you know, new horizons, broadening your horizons. It's wands, so it's like, it's something that's exciting, you know, like an exciting new future. Like, the possibilities are endless. And that's why you have the artist there too. Anything else on the death? Yeah, and it's like, you gotta know when to cut your losses, because, you know, like, everybody here is relatively unscathed. They like walk away, but it's just like you gotta know when to like put the swords down and like cut the losses and know like when done is done. It's done, right? It's just done. And so like this may not be what you were expecting, but it is, you know, like coming, it's like the end of the gray clouds here like represent confusion. It's like the end of confusion and the beginning of like a newfound clarity. Like somehow you move on. Yeah, and so sometimes, you know, sometimes these readings don't make sense right away, but then, you know, in a couple weeks you're like, oh, that's what the cards were talking about. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. I'd like to pull an unknown oracle for you to close out this reading for Pisces. Let's get one clear, concise message. The stone. It like talks about feeling immovable. This represents like the sturdiest structure, the foundation for a sturdy structure that like is completely balanced, and it also like is a symbol for like the three aspects of life: the Father, Son, the Holy Ghost, the Mother, the Maid, and the Crone. But in this case it has the stone, and I think it talks about like, you know, like not existing in stone. Like nobody can exist in stone. Like it's time to like soften the emotions and, you know, like and to take these walls down and to soften so that like it could be more enjoyable. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find this one here. Okay. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight in its energy. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us, as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see the thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping us to ground, connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. When light, steadfast, loyal, committed, and present. When dark, weighted down, holding back, and cold. Yeah, so, you know, really, I think this has to do with grounding to prepare for, you know, this emotional time that you might coincide with this tower moment and, like, having to leave behind this grief. So, yeah, remember to ground. You know, maybe take a walk outside, be in nature, or just go and, like, take your shoes off and go outside and meditate. You know, this month, give yourself time, listen to your body. If you feel tired, rest. And I will be doing some energy reads later this month, and so look forward to that. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful month.